What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. There's a new feature that's being rolled out in some of your ad accounts that you may already have, and it is that Advantage Plus shopping campaigns now have cost control features. What this means is that on your Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, or ASCs as I'll call them in this video, you're able to now set a cost per result goal for your campaign, meaning that you can set a manual bid in the auction, and up until now you've only been able to use the highest volume bid strategy. If you don't know what Advantage Plus shopping campaigns are, I'll put a link in the description to a video that talks all about what it is, but I also want to use this time to kind of recap everything that I've learned using Advantage Plus shopping campaigns over the course of the past year. ASCs leverage a different algorithm with more data signals that can help lead to a both faster and more accurate delivery, resulting in a lower CPA. Having cost controllability on my ASC campaigns is going to be huge as someone who leverages cost controls as the forefront of their meta ad strategy. ASCs also have value-based optimization, which is something it didn't have at all before, which means now we can optimize for a highest value customer and also optimize for a ROAS target or a ROAS goal. So if you don't know how to use cost per result goal, being cost caps, or ROAS goal as bid strategies, I actually have two separate videos on both these separate topics, and I'll link those in the description below as well. And you can watch that after you check out this video. Now for the rest of this video, I'm going to go over my current best practices after running hundreds of thousands of dollars through Advantage Plus shopping campaigns in dozens of different verticals. Now, the big question that everyone talks about is, are ASCs a silver bullet in your ad account? My initial answer for this has actually gone up and down over the course of time, but I will say that it somewhat is, but it won't fix inherently bad performance or bad business fundamentals, or just bad ad creatives in general. Now, digging into how to use this campaign type properly, you'll notice that if you go to the ad set level of your Advantage Plus shopping campaign, you'll see something called the existing customer budget cap. What this budget cap lets you do is actually set an existing percent of your daily budget that you want delivered to your existing customers, which you can define through an existing customer list. So I actually recommend that you do use this feature because it helps you get existing customer conversions through the same ad set as new customer acquisition conversions. And if you think about this in theory, it should technically make the ad set smarter because it will have optimization events from both existing customers and new customers, which means that if you have both in the same ad set, then the ad set will really understand who your audience is and hopefully have stronger performance over time. Now, while this feature is still something that I think makes ASC work the best as an ad product, I do think you need to be careful and make sure that you are frequently checking your existing customer CAC versus your NCAC from the campaign. To use this feature, go to the top right of your ad account and go to breakdown by delivery and then select audience type. And what you'll see is the spend and CPA delivery breakdown between your existing customer list and your new customers that you're acquiring with that Advantage Plus shopping campaign. What I notice is a lot of advertisers will set their existing customer budget cap too high to like 20 or 30%. And that will actually eat up a ton of budget to your existing customers, which is going to be super easy, low hanging fruit for Facebook. And you're probably going to get really cheap conversions there, which is going to pull down the overall blended CAC of your campaign. By blended CAC, I mean the blend between your end CPA and your existing customer CPA. If you're not watching this carefully, you're actually going to be spending inefficient dollars on new customers without even realizing it. Look at it for what it really is, separated from the performance you're getting from your existing customers. Or just set the cap to 0% and then you won't have to worry about it. I personally recommend using at most 5 to 10%. I always will go for 5% because I feel like that's a really good balance. Next, beware of using DABAs or Insta Experience collection ads. What consistently happens is that the DABAs or Insta Experience, these dynamic ad creatives, will suck up all of the ad spend away from regular ad creatives. Also, if you're testing a DABA or dynamic catalog within an Advantage Plus shopping campaign, remember that you are running highest volume bid strategy. So you may want to actually cater your catalog to a specific average order value so you can dial in the marginal outcome that you want for your campaign. And what I mean here is if you have a large catalog full of different AOV items, then you're going to actually have Facebook prioritizing the low average order value items because of the fact that Facebook is trying to get you the cheapest cost per conversion. Or you can start running ASCs on a ROAS goal bid strategy, the value-based optimization thing that I mentioned, and actually run catalogs through there because you can optimize for a specific marginal outcome being a ROAS target. So if you don't want Facebook optimizing for those really low AOV items, then you should eliminate them from your catalog. Or you can consider using your entire catalog on a ROAS goal, which is something that now we have on ASC, which is super exciting. And like I said before, if you want to have more ways to use ROAS goal bid strategy, check check out my video in the description. Super quick. I hope you're enjoying the video. If you're finding it valuable, consider subscribing. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by end of year, and we're so close to that goal. I would really appreciate it. It helps a ton. And let's resume the video. And if you ever spoken to a Facebook rep, something they're going to tell you a lot of times is to put as many ads within an Advantage Plus shopping campaign as physically possible. They actually recommend up to 150 ad creatives, and they recommend tossing everything in, like the dabas, Insta experiences, like we just talked about. Now, I actually disagree with this premise, and I'm going to explain why. One, because you need to make sure that you have a CPA target for each product that you're pushing within a campaign. If you're blindly running a ton of different products and offers within one Advantage Plus shopping campaign, you have no control over what the marginal outcome is of that campaign. This is going to screw up the algorithm's ability to properly bid against the product that you're optimizing for. Let's make up a scenario here, but imagine you're bidding for a $500 average order value product in the same campaign as a $100 average order value product. Facebook is going to bid very differently against those two products. If you're running highest volume, Facebook is always going to prioritize that lower average order value product first. That's why I believe that every campaign you're running should have a business objective that prioritizes one product, one SKU, or one offer, and has a predictable average order value so that you can set a net target outcome that you want for that campaign. And this is going to be a lot easier with ASCs having cost controls, because now you can actually set your desired bid. And that's the beauty of cost controls, but you still want to make sure that you're separating out different products that have varying average order values so that you can set that specific target. And if you're not using cost controls and you're still running ASCs on highest volume, you still want to think like that, because you need to make sure that you're not letting Facebook go crazy and optimize for different bids and different products within the same campaign. It's going to be a mess if you do that. I also disagree with the premise of having 150 ad creatives in one campaign, and I think it comes down to budget to creative volume ratio. Even if you're using like 20 to 50 ad creatives in an ASC, only a few ads are likely going to earn any ad spend. Maybe that's dramatic. By a few, I probably mean like 10 to 15 ad creatives if you truly have 150 in it, which I have done before. But I disagree with the premise that you need to put that many ads in the ad campaign unless you have the budget that actually can support that number of creatives. If you're only launching an ASC with a few $100s a day, I would recommend putting anywhere between 7 and 20 ads within the campaign. I find that that's a good sweet spot. Otherwise, I think you're stretching your budget too thin. A great rule of thumb is to start with around 7 to 20 ad creatives and see where Facebook allocates your budget, and then turn off any ads that are receiving like no ad spend. Then you can intentionally test new creatives by dripping them into that Advantage Plus shopping campaign, making sure to see if they earn spend and if they have a positive impact on performance of that campaign. And make sure to give these new creatives time to optimize. Sometimes it can take like 5 to 7 days for them to even see if they get spend or pick up any performance due to delayed attribution. And in general, if you launch an ASC at a really high level of daily ad spend, like $2,000 a day, you should launch with a lot more ad creatives in the campaign. Maybe go up to like 25 or 30. Now, I'm not really sure how these ASCs are going to react if we drip new creatives into the existing campaign while utilizing cost controls on an ASC. ASCs were actually told that we want to keep things consolidated and we want to launch new ads within the existing campaign. And I've seen this work really well. I was also recently part of a meta study where we spent around $600,000 across 3 separate buckets to test which campaign structure was actually the best for our brand. One structure looked like putting everything into one giant Advantage Plus shopping campaign. Another was actually separating each individual product into its own ASC campaign. And the third structure was a bunch of product specific business as usual campaigns. We ran this study completely on highest volume and actually found that the product specific business as usual campaigns outperformed both the ASC different structures. And I think this proves that ASCs are a really good supplemental way to help performance in your ad account, but it shouldn't be the forefront of your entire strategy. I actually think it's very good to be running BAU campaigns alongside ASC campaigns. And I've seen successful results doing this. And to reiterate this point, Meta actually recommends having 30% of your entire budget within an Advantage Plus shopping campaign at all times. And that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and are excited to test out cost controls on your ASCs. Like I said, if you're new to using cost controls in Facebook ads, I have a bunch of different videos on those and you can check those out in the description below. Again, thanks so much for watching. Consider subscribing for new content like this every week, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.